everyone, Clint here from Harrison's Estate Agents. I'm doing a short interview with John Bullen from the Hulton Community Group, and I'm delighted to say that he's joined me this Monday morning during lockdown, and he's going to chat about the community group, what's happening and how you can contact them. John, thanks for joining me. How are you?
I'm all right, Clint, are you?
Good,
I'm chuffed to bits to do this, mate. Thank you very much.
Superb, superb.
I'm honoured.
We're going to go through a few questions and just find out what's happening with the Hulton Community Group. I'm going to start, John, with what is the purpose of the Hulton Community Group and how long has it been running?
Right. The purpose of the Hulton Community Group is to basically look after the whole area and try and improve it wherever we can. So we do litter picking, we do gardening projects, we try and put stuff on for people that'll get them out and about. Basically, anything that improves Hulton for the residents living here.
And I've seen the benefits of that over the last few years, John, so fair play.
Oh, thanks, Clint. How long have we been running? We started, I think, in about 2008. And it grew out of the Hulton cast mining, Clint, because there was a lot of meetings against the Hulton cast mining. And our two police officers at the time, PC John Hepke and PCSO Stephen Howard, it's when the police were doing a lot of community policing. And they suggested that we should start a committee, a community group, trying to put across the positive in Hulton rather than all this negative feeling. So they got together, neighbourhood watchmen and women. And I was the one for our streets. So they got us all together. We formed a committee and they got us all this grant money. We were the richest people in Hulton at one time, I think. But it was a lovely thing. And but when we first started, Clint, we got nowhere.
Yeah.
It was very frustrating. We put a coach trip on to Fleetwood Freeport. I think we got 4 people and we had to cancel it. We put dues on in the Connie Club, and if we broke even, we were lucky. So we just started spending the money. We used to take the kids to Blackpool Illuminations and things like that. So after maybe 6 or 7 years, we'd all worked quite diligently at it. I played quite a lower role in it, and we were thinking of calling it a day.
Yeah.
Saying we'd given it our best shot, and you know, but there's no real need in Hulton for a community group, was perhaps how we felt.
Yeah.
And a new chap joined the committee, excuse me, Stuart Braddock. And he said, you know, there's some people walk around Hulton with black plastic bin liners picking litter up. And off the top of my head, I said, let's get them together. Let's form a team. And so Stuart organised it. And he got them high-vis jackets and gloves and litter picking sticks. And off the top of my head again, I said, let's call them the clean and tidies. And we started going out every fortnight. And suddenly residents are coming across saying, well, what you're doing is fantastic. Who are you? And it just started to take off. So we met on the shopping precinct. And if you remember, the northern end of the precinct next to St. Vincent's Church was an absolute jungle. So I said to Stuart, why don't me and you come down on Saturday morning and start clearing that and see what's underneath it? So we did do. And I think we took something like 6 dozen broken bottles, rusty cans, a cricket ball. Goodness knows where that came from. But we started clearing it.
Yeah.
And Councillor Alan Walsh, the late Councillor Alan Walsh, who was on our committee at the time, he actually came up in his suit waistcoat with a strimmer and trimmed it all for us. It was quite a joint effort. And we're working on it one Saturday morning, and a bloke in overalls goes past, and he says, what are you doing, lads? So I said, well, we're just clearing it, see what's underneath. And he said, Luke, he said, my firm are from Blackpool. And we're building the apartments next to the Hulton Arms. And he said, wherever we're working, we like to do something for the community to compensate them for the dust, the noise, the inconvenience. what do you want? So I said, well, I thought, be cheeky here. I said, is there any chance you could build us a support wall around the outside of this? And it was done the next week, Clint, and
Yeah,
they paid
yeah.
for everything.
Yeah, we dealt with the guys building those apartments. They're good people, good company.
Ah, they were great.
Next,
So again, Clint, I'll just finish this.
go on.
Another bloke walking past, what you doing? So I told him, he said, I'm Adam from the Red Lion. Do you want some hanging baskets?
Yeah,
I said, I will put them up outside the shops. So that was the good news. The bad news was health and safety. We had to have a cradle made for every hanging basket so it don't fall down on people's heads.
yeah, makes sense.
£100 each.
Oh, crikey.
So that was 1,100 quid.
Yeah,
Right? Anyway, we planted the garden up and the ladies did it. Dorothy and her team, absolutely fantastic. Luke lovely. And I get a phone call one day. There's a bloke on the precinct wants to see you. So I nipped up there and he said, my name's Carl Wild. He said, I'm a managing director at Seddon's on Plodder Lane. He said, I come down here for my bacon butty every day. And he said, I think what you're doing's great. How can we help? So I said, well, these cradles for the hanging baskets are costing 1,100 quid. And they gave us a cheque for 500, Clint.
wow.
That got us going.
Yeah,
So suddenly, all the coach trips I'm doing, they start filling up.
yeah.
And we've never looked back. It's been
Super,
great.
superb. Right, just coming on to my next point. So I know that you do projects, and you've just elaborated on some of them. What are the current projects going on in Hulton with you guys?
We've got we got a grant through last week from Bolton CVS that we're members of, and we're having a website built. We want to try and make it specifically for the current crisis to start with. So it'll have all important phone numbers in, like Harrison's estate agents and the police and things like that. But no, that's how we'll start it off. But our Facebook page is incredibly successful.
Yeah,
We're really pleased with it. We do police it quite strictly, but we have to do that. So we got £368 through for this website, and we've got a lad called Mike Barlow just coming on the committee. He's a bit of an IT expert, and he's currently building it for us. Super. I did apply for £1,000, but I got turned down on the second part of the application. As of October last year, we came under a new police officers. We're now under West Hulton. And having gone for 2 or 3 years without seeing a police officer in Hulton or speaking to them, they're now on to me all the time. I've spoken to our main PC this morning about the trouble that we've had on Cutacre over the weekend. And the trouble with the PCSOs is they don't have access to police vehicles. So being based at the Middlebrook, they have to beg a lift here from other police officers, walk round on foot, and at the end of the shift, if they can't get a lift back, they go back on the bus, 2 buses. So I applied to get them an e-bike, which cost about 600 quid, but unfortunately we got turned down on that. So that's what we're now turning our attention to. I mean, the trouble with Hulton is we've not got many facilities. No. So we actually pay St Andrew's Church £200 a year so that our lady police officers, well, the men as well, can have a key to the building so they can go in and answer a call of nature rather than nipping back to the Middlebrook, or even make themselves a brew. You know, it just gives them a base.
Definitely.
So the other projects we've got, we're always looking to improve things. I've got a massive project going on for Salford Road, where we're doing a great big welcome to Hulton side. That's going to cost about £15,000.
Wow.
We're applying for a grant to National Heritage. It's a 19-page document, Clint, and you know how I can talk. So once I'd done my bit, it was 119 pages. And 3 days before I was going to submit it, they announced that they've frozen all the grants because of the current crisis. So we have to start up again when it's over. But we're currently doing a war memorial as well that is going to go at St Andrew's Church because there isn't one in Overholton.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Day trips. Now, I've seen you advertising these on social media. So you organise day trips, don't you? And
yeah.
So how often are these, and how do people book on for a day trip?
We do them about every 5 or 6 weeks. Now, I do the midweek trips. Wherever we're going to go, I check what the market day is and things like that, and it's generally on a Tuesday. But what we try and do, we do all our trips with Bolton school coaches. So that helps keeping the coaches running for the school kids.
Yeah.
And they do us a belting deal. We try and make the maximum travelling time an hour and a half. But if in the northwest where we are, you can get to lots of lovely places: York, Harrogate, Llandudno, perhaps just a little bit outside of that, but we waive that because they're worth going to. We go down onto the Wirral, we go to Chester. Try and do them, like I say, every 5 or 6 weeks. And they were proving so successful that people were saying, why don't you do them on a Saturday for us people who are working?
Yeah.
So we started that early last year, and that's proved very successful as well.
Do you not do any of the surprise trips, John, like they do on Bargain Brits Abroad? I don't know if you've seen that.
a mystery destination.
Yeah.
Do you know, we had actually been talking about organising something like that when all this started. I thought sometime over the summer we would maybe do an afternoon one or an evening one.
Yeah.
I just organised one for families down to the police museum at Salford, which is supposed to be absolutely fantastic, you know.
Yeah.
And I try to steer away from going to destinations where you have to pay to get in, because we charge a tenner for all our trips. So if I fill the coach, we make a few bob. If I can't fill it, then we just about break even.
Break even, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
What are your long-term goals for the community group?
My long-term goal for Overholton is to make it the best. I don't want to settle for anything less. I'd love to see us entering these Britain in Bloom gardening competitions.
Yeah.
With what we've set up recently, you asked me about projects, and the one thing I would really like to highlight is the Ohio WhatsApp system that we've set up.
Yeah.
This is a crime prevention WhatsApp. We started it in October, and we've currently got over 550 Overholton residents on it. Now, you have to live in Overholton for it, or maybe have a relative who lives here that you're looking after. But I'd just like to see Overholton crime-free.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a tremendous relationship now with our police officers. They are linked to our Ohio system. So the minute somebody reports something on that, it goes through to our police officers. If they're on duty, the phones are on, and they find out about it straight away. So we've done very well with that. We really have.
Good. Do you need more businesses and local people to join in and help with what you're doing?
It's always good to have more people. I mean, I was talking to Dorothy, our gardening expert and main litter picker, just yesterday, and despite the lockdown, we're still going to be able to do the hanging baskets for outside of the shops. Those are going to go up towards the end of May. And we're also hoping to still do the precinct garden. But there's only 5 or 6 gardening experts, you know what I mean? Volunteers, I mean. If anyone else wants to get involved, they should contact me. They can do that through our social media, Clint. We have a very successful Facebook page called Overholton Community Group. I have an emailing list for sending out news bulletins of what's going on. So they could contact me, and my email is j.bullen, Bullen, a numeric 1, clint@ntlworld.com.
I'll put all the links on the end of this video so people can
Good
see.
man.
And you've literally just answered my last question, how do people contact you? So I'll put up the links of the Facebook and the email address. Is there a telephone number? Or
Yeah, I can give you my phone number. That's 01942 874 719.
Brilliant. All right, well, that pretty much brings me to the end of my question. And have you got any question for me, John, before I leave you and bid you farewell for today?
Yeah. One big omission in what we do with the community group, Clint, I don't think we do enough for the kids round here. Now, your children, you've just told me, are aged 6 and 8.
Yeah.
My driving force with the community group, Clint, is when I was a teenager, I went to an all-boys school, Lee Grammar School, and somebody started a youth club in what was then the school church building, which is where the St Andrew's Church is now. It used to run on a Monday evening, and we all used to absolutely love it. It was great.
Yeah.
For me, going to a single-sex school, it was the only time I really met young ladies. And you know, when you're a teenager, that's what you want to be doing. And we don't have any facilities like that now in Overall.
No.
We put something out on Facebook a few weeks ago saying, what would parents like to see for the kids? And we didn't get any response.
No.
But I would love to see, I mean, we've got the Humberton Road Park for the kids, but the equipment's not been updated for a long time. And I'll just tell you a little funny story about that before we finish. Where the goalposts are, Clint, there was some subsidence in the middle of one of the goal mouths. Right. So this big hole, it was about 18 inches deep, full of water. So how were the kids supposed to play football? So we kept phoning the council and reporting it, and nothing got done. So one day I sent them an email saying, we're having a birthday party tomorrow. Right, all the residents are going to send cards, and it's happy birthday to the hole in the goal mouth of our kids' park. I said, we'll have a birthday cake, and we'll all stand round and sing happy birthday hole. And you know, it was fixed the next day.
Was it?
It was fixed the next day, yeah. So, yeah, we'd love to do more for the kids. I mean, my coach trips are predominantly for adults. Well, let's start putting some on for the kids, but we need parents to tell us what they want.
Right,
We've
okay.
proved ourselves good at raising the money. We've proved ourselves good at getting grants and good at organising stuff, but we need to know what people want. And if they want to get involved, even better.
You need some more input from parents, really, on the kids' side, so you can maybe put some stuff on for the kids.
That's it, Clint. That's exactly what we want. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, great stuff, John. Thanks for joining me today, and I'm no doubt I'll speak to you soon anyway. And yeah, just keep up the good work. Fantastic what you're doing in Overhalton. Really.
One thing you and I will be talking about, Clint, is Christmas. We want to light up all your shops like we did with the precinct. All right?
It'll soon be on us, John, won't it? This one.
Let's hope we're out and about before then, though, Clint. Right, hey, but thanks ever so much. I've enjoyed this, Clint.
All right. Cheers.
Thanks for
John.
coming. See you, mate. Thank you.
Bye-bye.